So greetings to all of you. Today we'll be doing polymorphism in Java and the three uses of the final keyword. Now polymorphism, we have two Greek words in it. Poly meaning many, morphs meaning forms, so many forms. So now when we talk about polymorphism, let me take an analogy. For example, in Mauritius, when you enter a class, you'll say bonjour. In UK, you'll say good morning. In Japan, you say ohayo gozaimasu. So three things, three ways of saying it with the same meaning. All three means the same thing, but the way we do it is different. This is polymorphism. Another example of polymorphism would be like an example we could use in Java. If we were to add two integer values, we will get the sum. But if we were to add two string variables, it's going to concatenate it. So in Java, it is the ability of an object to behave differently. That's polymorphism. And we are going to show you method overloading and method overriding for the examples of polymorphism. Now, there are two types of polymorphism. We have compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. But when we talk about compile time polymorphism, it also refers, another name we could give it is static polymorphism or static method dispatch. And method overloading is an example of compile time polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism, also known as dynamic polymorphism or known as dynamic method dispatch. So this is another example of polymorphism, and method overriding is runtime polymorphism. Now we have method overloading. Method overloading here, we have within the same class, we can have several methods bearing the same name, but the parameters differ. Even the return type differ. So this is method overloading, having several methods of the same name, but with different parameters, a different return type within the same class. This is method overloading. Let's go with an example here. Here we have class poly. We have two methods, both having the same name, add, but the parameters differ. Here int I, and here we are working with string variables. So p.add15, let's go up here. So 15 is the value of I, and 15 of here, it comes to 30. So 30 will be stored in the sum. It's going to display the sum of integers. Whereas here we have C green. So it's going to concatenate C green together. It makes it comes as one, looks as one. So let's see, let's say it with a compiler. Perl demo, so Java C, Perl demo.java. Java Perl demo. So the output here is sum is 30, and then we have here C green. It concatenates it together, puts it together. Next we have method overriding. Method overriding, to have method overriding, there must have been the concept of inheritance, which means we must see extends keyword. So extends keyword here implies inheritance occurred, and in method overriding, the method name parameters are same. It's the same in the subclass. Exactly same method exists in the subclass. Then only we can say method overriding has occurred. Now let's see an example here. We have two classes. One is inheriting from a superclass. There must be a superclass and a subclass in the case of method overriding. So now in the subclass, in the derived class, we have the method name same. Now, string k baby doll. For this one, it's a dot. So what happens? Going to run this one. B dot add. It will access this one. This means it overrides the version which appears in the subclass. So b dot add here, it will give me 24 plus 15, 39 sum. And a dot add will concatenate baby doll together and give me the sum. So both are doing addition, but their behavior is different. So Polydemo, I think it's called Java. Check. Polymorphism. Okay, Java Polymorphism. Sum 39, and this is concatenate. Baby doll come together. It's concatenated. Good. Next, we have free uses of final keyword. So free uses of final keyword. So one, we can make it a variable, a constant. Another use of final to prevent inheritance. And another one is to prevent method overriding. Now let's see one by one. Final used to make a variable a constant. Check here. This is my class. I've put final int I15. This means when I put final here, this means the value of I will be a constant. This means it cannot be changed. If we attempt to change it, check here, the method of mult, we attempt to change the value of I, because I is here, I times j, and we're storing a new value in I. Of course, it's going to give you an error because we cannot change the value of I because it has been declared with final. Next, final use in front of a class to prevent inheritance. So this is the second use of final, where we can use it to prevent inheritance. So what happened? Here we put class caves extends Alibaba. All right. So it's not going to work because final is here in front of a class Alibaba. So in front of my superclass, I have put final keyword. So this class will not be able to inherit the properties of class Alibaba. It's going to give you error because it cannot inherit due to final in front of class Alibaba. So if a superclass does not want to be inherited, it's the final keyword which has to be put in front of a class. Good. Next, we have final keyword to prevent method overriding. So method overriding in the superclass and subclass, we have the same method name, the same parameters. But in the superclass, I'll put a final keyword here. This means we cannot have in the subclass another method called void mult. We cannot change void mult that appears here. So because final is in front of this method, it's preventing method overriding. We cannot have void mult in the derived class. So now, these were free uses of final keyword. Now, can constructors be overloaded? This is a question that we normally get. Of course, it can be overloaded. Yes, it can be overloaded. Why? Because within a class, we can have several constructors, but the parameters will differ. So this is constructor overloading. When we have more than one method within the same class, this is with the same name, it's overloading. So here we have constructors. Several constructors, obviously constructors will be bearing the same name within the class, but the parameters will differ. And this is the concept of constructor overloading. So thank you.